Hey, you guys! Happy Wednesday! Oh my gosh, I want to thank you all for the birthday wishes. I saw your messages yesterday. I'm actually like just catching up on all of that today. So thank you for that. Thank you for those of you who joined me for the birthday workout yesterday and for this morning as well. We worked our booties this morning. Tonight, I'm super excited to do one of my first cooking classes in a really long time, actually. Some of you guys remember Pip. Pip is actually one of the authors of our CMW Food Freedom Cookbook, and she used to do weekly cooking classes for us. But now we haven't done those classes in a while. They're all saved on our online portal for our one-on-one clients. But tonight, I'm going to be doing the leftover turkey soup recipe from the CMW Healthy Holiday Recipes we gave you for the challenge. So comment below if you're watching me live. If you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. Say, hey, Kristen, what's up? Let me know who's here. You guys know I'm not always good with these Facebook comments, right? I see I have some people live with me, but sometimes the comments are delayed. So if I don't see your comment right away, I'll make sure I get back to it after I finish filming this. But what I'm going to do tonight for you is not only am I going to put this soup recipe together for you, it's pretty simple. It's just throwing a bunch of ingredients into a pot, letting it cook for a little bit, and we're good to go. But I'm also going to teach you guys the health benefits of several of the ingredients in this soup and why it's something that we recommend. And I want to thank again our dietitian Danielle Emmons for putting together these 15 awesome healthy holiday recipes. And this soup's actually something I'm really excited to make. And one thing I really liked about this recipe, and this was a task that Danielle had for this book and something we like to do for our clients in general, are to pick like quick, easy recipes with minimal ingredients. So oftentimes like soups, for example, can have tons of different spices and herbs and all kinds of things. You feel like you have to go spend all this money at the grocery store or buy spices that you're only going to use one time, and then they sit in your pantry. But what I liked about this recipe is that there's really, all it asked for was like black pepper, for example. I pulled out some salt, pulled out some turmeric as well. I might throw that in, but I'm the kind of person where like, yeah, I'll have a recipe out, but I also kind of like to throw in some of my own things. Comment below if that's you. Do you like to kind of make up as you go? So actually, speaking of making it up as I go and adding my own things, I am going to add a different ingredient to the recipe as well. So Danita, I want to thank you for sharing this in the workout this morning. I went to Trader Joe's and purchased this. I'm going to throw in some riced hearts of palm. Can you guys see that? This is actually on my picture of the Trader Joe's haul I did this afternoon. And I'm going to throw this in for a little bit more bulk and more fiber in the soup, and just another vegetable. So hearts of palm, health benefit, number one, it's a prebiotic fiber, right? And so prebiotic fiber is really important for good gut health. And Danielle talks about gut health all the time in CMW. And so the difference between a probiotic and a prebiotic is that probiotic is the good gut bacteria that's in your gut. The prebiotic fiber feeds the probiotic fiber. So the only way to get more good bacteria in your gut is to consume prebiotic food sources. So hearts of palm is a great source of prebiotic fiber. So is asparagus. Inulin is the name of prebiotic fiber. So I do love this rice, the palmini pasta. I talk about that sometimes. I used that yesterday in my top pick snack video, but I'm going to put the rice today because some people put rice in their soup, right? And instead of using a starchy carb like a rice, which really doesn't have any nutritional value, at least this has nutritional value, way less calories, and it's going to be, delicious. So I'm going to put this in my soup. I already have it here. Other health benefits. So lemon, for example. So I've got my lemon juice right here. I know you're not seeing my little setup right here, but I want you to see me talk. I'll show this in a little bit. And I have some lemon zest, or the slices I'm going to garnish my soup with. But lemon is a great source of vitamin C, right? And this time of year, I feel like everyone's getting sick. Comment below if you're sick right now. Or Margot, I know you're sick. Feel better soon. We miss you in the workouts. So lemon is going to be a great source of vitamin C to boost your immunity. And that's why it's so nicely paired with ginger, because ginger is also known to boost immunity. Ginger is also great for boosting digestion. It is good for brain function as well. There's some studies that show that it can help improve your memory. It also, too, for all my ladies, and I think this challenge is mostly women, ginger is known to help alleviate PMS cramps and PMS symptoms in general. From a sports nutrition perspective, ginger is known to help improve recovery because we're reducing inflammation in the body. body, and therefore when we reduce inflammation, we're going to speed up recovery time as well. So I always tell people, if you're super sore after a workout, you're having some DOMS, having ginger, it's a great way to alleviate that. Okay, so as you guys saw in my Facebook post earlier, I actually totally forgot to get ginger at the grocery store today. And this is totally a teachable moment, because I want you guys to understand something. Just because you forgot like one ingredient, and this is not maybe in every situation, but in today's situation, I can still make a lemon turkey soup. Or I'm actually going to use chicken today, because that was what the recipe also called for. So you don't have, if I forgot the ginger, no big deal. I could always maybe go grab some ginger tomorrow and throw it in my soup or something. I don't know. I don't think I need it. Maybe the next time I make it, but I don't want you guys, if you're supposed to make a recipe and you forget one little thing, to freak out. It's like, well, can I live without it? Or what else can I use to replace that? Okay, instead of stressing about, oh, well, now I don't have the recipe, all the ingredients, I can't do it. We have to get out of this all or nothing mindset. So comment below if you have gone to the grocery store, you forgot one or two things, but you just kind of rolled with it and you made some really amazing dish. Let me know I'm not the only person. Because I was like leaving Trader Joe's and I'm like, oh crap, I forgot the ginger. And I was not going back in that parking lot. So you all know the Trader Joe's parking lot is absolutely crazy, right? At least it is here in Delray Beach. Okay, so what else? I'm adding, yeah, like I said, the rice. I have my little notes here. Turkey. Okay, so as I mentioned, I'm actually going to be using the already pre-made roast chicken breast from Trader Joe's. I talked about this for my CMW private community members, and I posted on my picture earlier. This is like the cleanest pre-made chicken you can buy at Trader Joe's, 100%. The only ingredients are chicken, water, olive oil, salt, and black pepper. Okay, relatively low in sodium for a pre-made chicken as well. So the recipe called for 4 cups of pre-made chicken or turkey, since it's a leftover turkey recipe, but I didn't have Thanksgiving at my house, so I have no leftover turkey. I'm so sad. I usually do. So I just got with the chicken today. The recipe also said you could pull, you can get a rotisserie chicken, right? So actually I did get a rotisserie chicken Sunday night, but that's already gone between me and Mastro. He loves it. So I'm gonna use this for today, okay? But turkey, in terms of health benefits, so turkey is high in the B vitamins, right? And this is actually why a lot of vegetarians, one of the biggest nutrition recommendations we give vegetarians is to take a B complex supplement, because when vegetarians are not consuming meat products, they're kind of lacking in vitamin B. So turkey is high in vitamin B, it's high in selenium, it's high in zinc, it's also high in iodine. And I wanted to bring up iodine because for all of my people that have a low functioning thyroid, iodine is one of the most important things you can supplement with. And so what I actually have right here is my iodized sea salt. Okay. Now I did get low sodium broth for today's soup, so I might put a little bit of this in here just to give it some more flavor. But typically if I have like another broth, which I usually don't, I always buy low sodium. If you don't have a low sodium broth, I would not add sodium to your soup. But if you have a low sodium broth, you can add a little salt just, you know, to give it a little extra something, you know? So in terms of broth, we talked about that. So yes, I did get a low sodium chicken broth at Trader Joe's. I love it there, it's super clean. But if you want to make your soup even better for you in terms of health, I recommend a bone broth. So this is not bone broth. The difference between a bone broth and like a non-bone broth, which is this, is the collagen, actually the protein. So typically bone broth will have around 8 to 9 grams of protein in it. It's a little bit more calorically dense, but it has so many health benefits. So the protein, number one, it's a pure protein, so it has, or a complete protein, so it has all of the essential amino acids. But what's also really good about bone broth is it has glutamine in it, right? And those of us that know anything about sports nutrition, if you've heard me talk about it before, glutamine is really important for recovery in terms of, you know, building your muscle fibers back. But glutamine is also really helpful for improving your gut wall. And there's something out there, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of this if you've done any research on nutrition, it's called leaky gut, okay? And there's some like statistics out there that show that the majority of the population has leaky gut syndrome. And leaky gut happens from eating a poor diet pretty much over many, many years. Lots of sugar, alcohol, all of these foods that are going to pretty much tear at the gut wall. And so glutamine is known to help repair the gut wall. And having a strong gut wall is important not just for digestion and overall health, but also how your body optimizes food. So for example, people that are like uber obsessive with eating protein, comment if that's you. Like comment if you always stress about getting enough protein in your diet. Okay, I know I used to before I learned about nutrition. So what I tell clients, why they don't have to get these exorbitant numbers in terms of grams. I had someone a few weeks ago was like, oh, I'm consuming 190 grams of protein because I'm told to get 1 gram per pound of body weight. And I'm like, that's a ton of freaking protein. You're gonna pee out most of that. Your body can't even uptake that much protein, or I'm sorry, digest that much protein. So when your gut wall is in good function, okay, it's strong, there's no holes in it, your gut wall will recycle 20% of the protein you consume, right? So if you're eating protein in your diet, of course, like protein is essential, food group, you will still use that protein over and over again if we have a healthy gut. So gut health is not just important for your longevity, for your weight loss goals, but also like getting the most out of the foods you consume. Because oftentimes people will tell me, I eat super healthy, I eat lots of vegetables, I do all these things, but like I'm still having digestive issues, I'm still not seeing results. And usually it's because before they were eating healthy, they were eating like shit, and they're not doing the right things to take care of their gut health. So bone broth could be a good option. Again, we want to be mindful of sodium. So they don't have bone broth at Trader Joe's, which is where I bought all the ingredients for the soup. But if you go to like a Whole Foods, for example, or many other grocery stores out there, like they have bone broth. Actually, Whole Foods has one in a glass jar that's pretty good. I like that one. It's not super expensive. Or you can get bone broth at a local farmer's market. I actually might go look for some this Saturday at the Delray Farmer's Market. I'm excited to see that. I haven't been in a long time. So what else do we have today? Okay, so actually, before I started filming this, I already put the olive oil and the chopped veggies in the pot, right? I'm going to pull it over here in a second and finish the rest. But I just bought this at Trader Joe's. This is the mirepoix, right? So this is the carrots, the onions, and the celery. So the recipe called for all those things. I'm lazy. I hate cutting things, honestly. So when I saw this at Trader Joe's for $3, I was like, perfect. So I bought 2 of these, actually. One's already in the stove. So I'm going to use this. Carrots, high in vitamin A, really good for, eye function. Obviously, vitamin A is an essential nutrient. Celery, a lot of us probably know about celery. Medical Medium made celery really popular. I also want to blame the medical medium for why celery has gotten so expensive over the last 5 years, especially organic celery. It's crazy now. But celery is known to help fight inflammation. It's also known to help improve digestion. They also say it helps with brain function. So again, improving your memory. So again, celery has lots of health benefits. Onion is also a source of fiber too, and also can reduce inflammation as well. So again, end of the day, fruits and veggies are great for reducing inflammation in the body. So that's why this soup, we could totally call this an anti-inflammatory soup. Even though I messed up and forgot the ginger, it's still pretty anti-inflammatory. Okay, so yeah, that's it for all the health benefits. Comment below with one of the ones that you learned today, right? Is there a health benefit that you weren't aware of? I want to hear your comments. I can't see your comments, guys. I don't know why, but I see people are commenting. So I'm going to go back and look once I finish filming. Okay, so let me get my pots. So like I said, and I'm going to lower this down. All right. Hey, friends. So in here, I have the veggies, the olive oil, the garlic, and then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw in literally everything else. So I'm going to put in the rest of the broth. Hi. Can you all see? I'm going to pour this all in here. Yeah, guys, I love how easy this recipe is. Literally, it's just I'm going to put all the ingredients in, and then I'm going to let it cook for 30 minutes. Super easy. So I'm going to put that in. And I made it a smaller batch. I know, the recipe called for a little bit more veg. You know what? Screw it. I'll just do all of it. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that because I already sauteed it. I'm going to throw in the rice. And you don't have to put the rice in, guys. Again, I'm just doing this because Danita inspired me this morning. And I've actually had a few clients telling me about this rice, and I haven't yet even done it myself. So I'm going to try it out. Yeah, and I kind of like my soups heartier, to be honest. I don't like super liquidy soups. Anyone with me on that one? All right, I'm gonna put my camera up because I don't want to bend over for the next 20 minutes. But anyway, let me put in, let me see, lemon juice. Here we go. Put that in. I'm gonna put in the chicken. I'm literally just gonna dump this in. Super easy. Without splattering it. You guys, cooking with me is like kind of a crazy situation here. Oh, and then the jalapenos. Yes. So actually my boyfriend Scott, he loves jalapenos, him and his son Noah. So I feel like I've had more jalapenos in the last few months than I have my entire life. But I'm putting some extra. I know the recipe only called for 1 jalapeno, but I actually diced up 2 just for some extra kick and spice. And also, since I failed to get ginger, I decided I'm going to throw in some turmeric into my soup because turmeric is another anti-inflammatory. And something else to teach you guys when it comes to turmeric, besides it, staining your nails. I'm being very careful right now not to stain my nails. Turmeric is best absorbed with black pepper. So this recipe also calls for black pepper. So I'm going to put the black pepper in right now. That was actually the only, isn't this a really cool little black pepper thing? So the recipe calls for black pepper is the only seasoning. So I felt pretty lucky about that. But if you ever buy turmeric capsules or curcumin, for example, curcumin is actually the strongest part. It's the anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer element of turmeric. Make sure there's black pepper in the capsule, right? Look at the ingredients. This is why I always say that you have to check labels, right, when it comes to buying supplements, because you want to make sure that there's good ingredients. And when it comes to turmeric, your body will not absorb this much or at all, really, unless you have black pepper with it, okay? And when it comes to supplementation, absorption is everything. And that's why when I taught about collagen, you want a good quality collagen, and certain vitamins, it's all about how your body absorbs them. So good quality is always key. Okay, did I forget anything? I don't think so. I'm gonna stir this baby up, and we'll get started. All right, looking for my spoons. Sorry guys, I've not been in my house in quite some time, so I'm relearning where all my stuff is. All right, so this soup's gonna be really hearty. Do you guys see this? Oh my god, it looks so amazing. I'm pumped. All right. So like honestly guys, and I was actually talking to someone a couple weeks ago, I'm not a huge soup person. I know some people like love soups, but living in Florida, it's hot outside. Do you see my hair? It's so humid outside. It's hot. I'm like, oh, I don't want soup really. But when I go up to the Northeast and see my family, I will have soup. I love chili. Like I love like thick, hearty soups. Who else likes thick, hearty soup? So I feel like this soup looks pretty hearty. And of course, like as it cooks, it'll like, cook down. The rice will cook down a little bit and it'll be a little bit more liquidy. If I want to add water to this or more broth, I will. But right now, I think I'm good. I'm only looking for myself. So I don't need a whole thing of soup. Okay, so I'm done with that. I'm gonna go put it on the stove, let it cook for 30 minutes on low, medium heat. That's what the recipe called for. And that's it. We're done. Okay. So again, I know Giada, right? I think she's amazing. Love her. But I wanted to teach you guys the health benefits of this soup and just show you that cooking does not have to be hard or super laborious, right? It took me 10 minutes, not even. All I had to do was chop the jalapeno and the garlic, threw it on the stove. Now it's going to go and cook. I'm not going to make you guys wait for me to turn the stove on and stuff. Are there questions you guys have? I see, darn it guys, I see comments, questions. Let me go onto my phone here and see if I can pull up Facebook and see if there's any comments or questions you guys have. Or like big aha moments, things you guys learned. Because I want to see if you guys want to learn anything else about this soup. All right. Oh, Cindy. Okay. I see. Carrie, every time you forget something, is that right? Okay. Let's see what else. Yeah, it's anti-inflammatory. Are there any other brands that make unsalted or no salt added bone broth? Ooh, I don't know, Aaron, about that. I'll have to do some research. Let me guys see Mastro. He wants to know what I'm cooking because he wants some, but he's not getting soup. Turkey, vitamin B, gut health, learn that. Good. I always forget something. Oh God, I'm terrible about that. Cindy, you're like me. I rarely follow the recipe except for gathering most ingredients. I'm just like you. Aaron, love to make things up as I go. Aaron, I love seeing your recipes. Actually, I love seeing you cook. Aaron, you have learned to try new foods. If you guys haven't noticed Aaron's post, she actually did a soup the other day that looked really good with the basil and cilantro, I think, Aaron, right? And then Kathleen had a swamp soup. I gotta check that out. So I gotta go through a lot of your posts and see what you're all doing a little bit deeper. But I'm really inspired by all you guys. I want to thank you for your participation in the challenge so far. We're already on day 3, and I just see people crushing it. Like, we're trying new foods, we're walking more, we're working out. You're here cooking with me and learning with me. Comment if are you gonna make the soup tonight? Who's making the soup tonight? Say, I'm making the soup. I'm excited. Because I want to see how it goes. Let me know how you like it. And again, I want to thank Danielle. Anyone else not doing ginger? Am I the only one that forgot ginger? And honestly, oh guys, when I was in Telluride, actually, I learned about this. I found a ginger juice. Did I show you guys this? In the private community, ginger juice, because I had a recipe that called for ginger, and I was like, I don't feel like cutting up ginger. It's a pain in the neck. I love sushi ginger. I'll put that on anything. I put it on salads. I could put that in here if I wanted. I'll put it in tea. I love that. I love my ginger tea. But like fresh ginger is sometimes a pain. So the ginger juice, that could work, in the soup, I imagine. I mean, I know it's kind of like a shortcut, sorry, but that's the kind of girl I am, guys. I want things quick and easy. I don't like to spend hours in the kitchen. I like cooking for other people. Like, I'm actually going to have my girlfriends over Monday night next week, and they're going to help me do my Christmas tree because I find the whole process overwhelming and they love doing it. So I was like, I'll cook dinner, y'all can do my tree, and we'll get to hang out together. But I love cooking for other people, and I don't mind, going the extra mile and not taking shortcuts. But if it's just myself, I'm just going to take every shortcut known to man. So that's just real talk here. Okay. Thank you guys for joining me. What else am I going to share? Oh, tomorrow night, okay, 6 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to drop in the group Kisa's Zoom link. We're also going to email it out as well for tomorrow. I know the last 2 days, today and yesterday, we just went here live in the Facebook group, but tomorrow's a really special Transformation Thursday training. It's about how to say no to foods and drinks and things in your life that don't serve you and yes to your goals. And so when we have trainings like this, we want there to be more interaction, more personable. So we're going to do it on Zoom. Okay. So I'll put that link in the Facebook group. I'll also put it in an email to you guys. So sign on to Kisa's Zoom link tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern time. It will also be streamed here in the Facebook group for the recording. However, I really like live coaching and being on the Zoom. I think it's more impactful. So I hope that you guys can join us at 6 p.m. for tomorrow night. Next week, guys, the week 2 coaching sessions are all 7 p.m. Eastern time on my Zoom link. I'll explain that on Friday in my session and in the weekend email. Okay. So again, thank you guys for your participation, your hard work. Let me see if there's any more questions I can answer before I log out here. Oh, Carrie, Trader Joe's does a bone broth in a carton, but it might be seasonal. Oh, yeah. That's the one thing with Trader Joe's. I was so upset today. One of the reasons why I wanted to go to Trader Joe's, well, one, is Trader Joe's, and I haven't been in 7 months. But 2, because I love the Green Goddess salad dressing, and they didn't have it. In the one in the refrigerated section. I do like the one that's not refrigerated, but it's not as healthy as the one in the refrigerated section. But they didn't have it. I was so upset. I was like, did they stop making it? Can someone please confirm that they still make that? Because it wasn't at my Trader Joe's today, and I'm going to be heartbroken. Actually, Pip did teach us in CMW how to make our own Green Goddess dressing, but like I mentioned to you guys, I'm a shortcut girl when it comes to cooking. So I'm actually surprised I didn't get minced garlic today. I should have gotten that instead of the peeled garlic. But anyway, they do, Carrie. Thank you so much. Carrie, I buy frozen ginger. Oh, yes, I bought that before. You know what, Carrie? I bought that for smoothies, actually. I used to put it in smoothies when I was in my smoothie kick. portioned. Yep, I've seen it. I've seen it in lots of grocery stores, actually. I don't know, but you want to be careful, guys, of buying like the frozen cube things, because sometimes they put extra ingredients in there that you're like, do I really need this? You know, so just read that. Okay. Hey, Keith, I see you're watching too. Okay. All right, ladies, and I'm glad you all joined. I'll see you all tomorrow, 6 p.m. Kisa's hosting on her Zoom, but I'm going to be there. I'm going to be learning and cheering her on and just being with all you guys. And then I'll be doing the Q&A session on Friday at noon here in the Facebook group. Okay? Have an awesome night, guys. See you soon. Bye.